Let's be truthful here.
Yeah.
When is the last time you ate a hot dog?
At
Look me in the eye.
the stadium in Boston. Help me out here. Fenway Park. We had to have a beer and a hot dog.
That was over a year ago.
You're right.
Okay.
But if I was camping, I'd eat a hot dog.
Okay.
I will tell you.
But still, sugar over a hot dog.
Growing up, one of my favorite things was a hot dog. I love hot dogs. I like hot dogs.
Soundbite?
Yes.
Did you get that?
It's just, they're not on my daily menu. And, now that I'm older and have a little more ideas, I want it to be a good hot dog, not a, ooh, what's in this creepy hot dog?
Food is good at home. Food is good in a restaurant. Food is best when you're
Camping?
Good job. You guessed correctly. That is when food tastes the best. And today we're going to talk about all things food at the campsite.
But it's so stressful. I never know what to cook when we go to a campsite. So help me figure out what to prep, what to take with me, how to make it easy, and, then it will all taste good.
Yes, we're going to make it easy and make it taste good. Right here
man.
on the RV Small Talk podcast, where we talk about food and trailers and camping and cooking and fires and cooking utensils and burning things occasionally and bad s'mores and anything we want to. We're your hosts from Princess Craft RV, and I'm Lindsay.
And I'm PJ. And we're talking about food today.
Food. But we did have to eat before we did this podcast. I just need to say that before we get into it, because I can't talk about food when I'm hungry.
Is that
a problem? So we all had breakfast. And now I'm ready to talk about food.
Is that like going to the grocery store when you're hungry?
Yes.
You just shouldn't do that.
No, it's a bad idea. You spend way too much money, and then you get home and you're like, what have I done?
Or you're one of those people that wanders through the produce department and eats along the way.
The grapes out of the bag. I think you're supposed to wash them, but man, I can't wait. All right. So today we're talking about food at the campsite. I don't know. I feel like a lot of times when you go camping, the meal part of it can be one of the most stressful things, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. I feel like I've been on my own food journey where it was like, oh, I'm just starting camping and I'm going to try to do these elaborate things and bring all this stuff. And since then, I went down to like microwave meals only when I'm camping. And then now I'm in the happy medium of like there's some things I really like cooking when I'm camping, and it tastes good.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, because I am still in the mode of pack the entire pantry because you don't know what you'll want. And then you never want anything that you brought. And then it's too much trouble to fix it. And that's kind of the mode I'm in.
Just snack constantly.
Yeah, and that I love. So I know you guys out there are in one of these interesting categories.
There's a lot of snacking when you're camping. I think it's an important part of cooking.
Well, hopefully you're hiking, you're enjoying it, you're outdoors, you're moving around, so you're hungry, right?
It's kind of interesting to me that you say you pack too much food, because you are known as a light packer as far as stuff. But then food is where you start feeling the anxiety and start overpacking.
I guess I should be more clear. When I go with Richard, he's the overpacker.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the overpacker.
And we know that. When I go with myself, I do tend to underpack, and then I never know what to eat. So, yeah, I should prep better. I'm going to listen to our advice today. Yeah, food.
Listen to your own advice.
But yeah,
well,
who does that?
Yeah, simple is better when you're camping. If you think about like even just how many spices and ingredients you use at home, like for a normal meal, you can cut that in half and just make it really simple. Fewer ingredients or really strong flavors, like what.
Like my favorite sriracha sauce,
I'll put taco seasoning
something
on anything.
Yeah, well,
literally.
That's because we're in Texas, Lindsay.
But taco
We
seasoning
do put taco
goes
seasoning on anything.
for anything. It doesn't need to be tacos. Yeah, bring like a few of like your favorite really bold spices, and then you can put that on anything and kind of, elevate the dish with just,
Okay.
you know.
So it might just be potatoes and scrambled eggs, but you put a little spice in there and
Now it's
dress
camping.
it up, and now
it's
you're
camping.
camping.
Scrambled eggs.
Okay, I'm getting the hang of this.
I feel like the prep that you do before the trip will kind of make or break your cooking. So I'm bad at this. I always tell myself I'm going to do it, and then I don't. Do you like pre-cut veggies? Have you heard of like the eggs in the bottle trick?
No.
You're
no.
just blanking out on me.
I am, because I'm thinking, would I pre-cut veggies? You know what? I think I probably should do that, and I could do that. How do you, if you prep everything, then I've got 3 main meals that I can make, and it's all prepped.
Yeah.
Then there's no thinking.
Yeah.
And you're not carrying extras.
Yeah.
So
You
all
get
right.
what you get.
So what would be some great things to prep? What makes sense here?
We always do like pre-marinated meats in like Ziploc bags.
Okay.
So you can like put it all in the bag and put it in the cooler, right? If you're going to cook it in the next few days.
Okay.
Foil, all the foil. Make things easy and simple. Wrap it all up, have it all ready.
Like to put on a campfire or to put on a grill.
Yeah, or even like if you're chopping up that red pepper, like section it off, put it in there, put it in the cooler. Pre-making entire meals. If you have an oven in your camper and a way to heat it up, you can make an entire casserole or something in a dish and freeze it. And then you can put that in the bottom of your cooler and it's just like ice. You can
Until
use it
you're
as
ready to
ice
cook it.
Until you're ready to cook it. I think chopping things is a big one just because it takes a lot of time. And most trailers don't have a ton of counter space. Even yours. I mean, your trailer is pretty big, but if you think about the amount of counter space that you have to do things like chop veggies, that's frustrating.
Well, what's frustrating to me is I have to get up out of my lounge chair next to a beautiful river.
Not out of your lounge chair.
And cut the vegetables.
I have to cut
And
the vegetables.
some people love cooking. Some people absolutely love cooking.
You can like cooking.
I'm not one of them.
But you cannot like chopping vegetables.
Okay. So if you preset these, like Dutch oven cooking is really big with camping. I mean, we could do a whole podcast on Dutch oven cooking.
We should learn more. I don't really understand Dutch oven cooking, except for it's just like cooking oven style, but without an oven because you're putting heat on the bottom and on the top, essentially. Is that what it's doing?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of Dutch oven cooking is outside without the oven, without the heat. And that's one of the reasons that it's really cool, but it's like a slow cooker.
Okay, maybe I don't know a lot about Dutch oven cooking, but I do know about cooking breakfast. It's my favorite thing to eat. It's my favorite thing to cook. You can do it at any time. Let's talk about breakfast at the campsite.
Absolutely. Once I get a cup of coffee, I might even be up for cooking breakfast. So.
Well, what's your favorite thing to cook when you're camping for breakfast?
I mean, who doesn't love, eggs and bacon?
Microwave oatmeal?
No, no. I mean, to me, breakfast is the best at the campsite.
It is. 'Cause you can cook everything in one pan.
That's right. Or one skillet or one whatever you have.
That wok thing. Do
the wok thing. What is the name of it? You have one.
A fire disc.
Yes. And then you just put a little tortilla on the grill, warm it up, and then you can make breakfast tacos.
Breakfast burritos.
Yep. Wrap them up in that foil you talked about, and then you've got leftovers.
Perfect.
Easy.
Perfect.
Super easy.
Have you ever tried pancakes?
camping.
While you were camping?
I don't think I have, but I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, flat like those portable griddles. If you
Uh-huh.
don't have one in your camper, man, those things are awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yogurt, granola, and fruit is my kid's favorite thing to eat in the morning. And man, put a spoonful of peanut butter in there. Let's go. I mean, talk about like a camping breakfast.
And that's so easy. So if you have early morning fishing, early
Yes.
morning hiking,
Yes.
maybe you just mix those up and put them in little jars or something, and then it's ready whenever you want to get up early and go do something.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why? Why?
No.
I want it to be easy, Lindsay.
I know. And you can totally do that if you wish. My automatic answer is no, because I have children. And if you put the granola in the yogurt too soon,
Oh.
yeah. So, I mean, that's just, but you can dump the granola in. Lunch. Like, we can make turkey sandwiches. Let's make a turkey wrap. We're camping. Huh? Elevate it.
All
Put some
right.
Chipotle sauce on there.
So
We're
it's all about the
camping.
spices?
Sauces are great when you're camping. You can turn a normal meal into something not normal, right?
Okay.
Not a normal turkey sandwich.
Maybe the leftover rice from the night before,
There you
and then you
go.
throw in the turkey and the chipotle sauce, and I don't
you
know.
have a fancy camping
It works.
wrap or a panini. They have this like camping. Have you seen the iron? It's like a. Look at me just making motions with my hands. It's like a panini press, but it's like cast iron, and you like put it over the fire.
Wow.
So it like seals your sandwich shut, but like
Uh-huh.
cooks it. I've never tried
And then you
them,
could
but
put
they look really cool.
anything in it. Anything that you have for sandwiches, anything that you have left over. You could put some grilled vegetables in there. I'm okay. You just got a plan to have just the basic tools that you want to use.
You have to plan. And my favorite thing is a charcuterie style snack board, because you don't do anything. You just take the plastic wrap off of it, put it down, you're good to go. It's already cut up. You have olives, trail mix, cheese,
And it's
meats, crackers.
It's pretty easy to make your own.
Yeah.
Just get a plate.
Just cut everything up and put
Remember
it on
we,
a plate.
we used to have snack plates for dinner. And
Yeah.
you just take plates and you put a little bit of chunky cheese on each plate, and then a little bit of olives on each plate, a little bit of crackers on each plate.
You said
a little
chunky
bit
cheese.
of sauce.
What's
chunky cheese? Well, you cut it up into chunks.
Is that Chuck E. Cheese's
No.
half sister? Chunky cheese.
Cut up cheese, okay? You happy now?
Chunky cheese.
Sliced up cheese.
Oh, you and your.
So
Okay.
I told you I'm not a chef.
No.
But I think I could grab a few basic items, and with a little bit of tools, I could probably make some cool campsite dinners.
I think the idea here is like really like keeping it simple, right?
Right.
Think of like just grab an ingredient, think of 2 or 3 different things you can do with it, and prep it beforehand. And all these things can be super easy. Foil packet meals. I love foil packet meals. And I actually make these at my house in the oven, but you can do it on the campfire, which is, I think, what it was made for. It's essentially grab whatever meat you have, grab whatever vegetables you have, put some olive oil in there, some veggies, and roll up the top of it, and then just stick it on the rack on the fire. And all that stuff will cook at the same time. You're staring at me like you're concerned. Are you okay?
I am staring at you because I'm thinking of all the things that I would put in there. I'm thinking, okay, would I do this? I'm thinking I would buy a big bag of the frozen peeled shrimp,
There you go.
and then that's in the freezer or in the cooler, and all I do is put in some shrimp and some
Lemon wedges. Sprinkle some pepper over it.
Yeah.
Throw some asparagus in there. Boom, bang, boom.
That's right.
Sounds good.
It does sound good. And I'd want to add some cut up potatoes to everything because I like a little bit of heavier base, because you need those calories when you're out there hiking and camping and moving around, and just add all that in foil. I'm just thinking Yeah, that'd be pretty easy. And if you don't have a fire, you can just put it on a grill,
Yeah, I
put
mean,
it in an oven.
just heat it up.
I
Just
mean,
heat it up enough to where it's cooked.
yeah.
But
Yeah, that
foil
sounds
packet
pretty
meals
easy.
they're super easy, and there's no, like, if you use foil as your pan, I mean, you're just rolling it up and throwing it away. Grab a couple ingredients.
Three ingredients, some great sauce. And,
We're a little scattered here, but I think that's what we're trying to say, right? Just
yeah.
make it easy on yourself with a tiny bit of pre-planning. You don't even need to, like, label everything and be super organized, but if you pare down the ingredients, grab a few sauces that you like, man, it's easy. It's easy.
And I think the trick is planning a couple of meals and prepping the vegetables. And then you're good.
You know, I'd add one more thing to that, and
Okay.
that's having the right tools.
Okay.
Because nothing is worse than getting there and just not having the right things to camp with when you're camping. Because sometimes those are different tools than you use in your kitchen at home.
Okay.
I feel like, well, I can't even say this is a must-have because I don't have one. A cast iron skillet. Do you have one?
Yes.
Do you
I
cook with
do.
it?
You know, I hesitate because it's not as good unless you're cooking outside.
Right. So do you use it when you're camping?
Maybe some.
Do you take it with you camping?
Yeah, maybe. But maybe I don't think I use it. I'm sitting here thinking, you know, I have so much stuff when I'm camping, but I don't think I use that as much as I should.
I want one, but then I have to, like, season it and, like,
Right?
that's all very scary to me. So I just don't. Now, flat top griddle is my bestie.
Yeah, I think that's why. That's my go-to. So I think the flat top griddles have become really popular.
They're perfect for, you know, like we were saying, like pancakes, breakfast tacos, burgers.
I don't cook a lot of steaks or big pieces of meat. And a lot of times there's fire bans. So would you...
Top griddle.
Yeah, flat top griddle works for that, but it also doubles as something really good for pancakes and everything else that you would make.
I've noticed
So
a
it's kind of
trend
become
that
my thing.
a lot of RVs are, like, coming with flat top griddles now.
Yeah. They used to come with like this barbecue grill that you could put on
Right.
the back.
But I think,
But-
did Blackstone change that for everybody? Like, all of a sudden it was like, no, flat top griddle is what everybody wants now. Was that Blackstone's fault?
You know, I'm not sure, but I just think it's more versatile.
It is.
It is a lot more versatile.
So Intech has them in their units. Who else?
Oh, a ton of people.
Yeah.
Especially in the small trailer world. You know, they come either built in or they come as an add-on that you can just set
Here's a
outside and
place
plug
for
in.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting that they don't have more of a great top. They just don't. Maybe
It's
they're
the
thinking
trend
that
in
if there's a
cooking.
fire that you could use a grate, but
They're not thinking anything. It's a trend in cooking. It is. It's the new thing, the new cool thing.
so if you've got a flat top, you need very little other gear like maybe the cast iron skillet. Unless you're a fire cooker. Because cooking on a fire is super cool. It's just not always practical. There are a lot of camping in Texas that we can't have fires.
It's true.
So,
But we're still hungry. We're still so hungry.
yeah, but we still,
still
need to eat every single day.
They make so much collapsible stuff now. It's so cool.
The storage containers that
Yes.
collapse.
The measuring
amazing.
cups,
Yes.
the colanders, right? The
Yep.
bowls. God, it's so
Mixing
cool.
bowls that flatten down. Yeah, we'll put a link in the notes because there's some really cool stuff out there. And some of it you've seen before, and some of it, you know, I go to lots of things, but I was at the Tampa show and I saw some new stuff. I was impressed.
Have you seen the measuring spoons that go flat and then you just, like, pinch it and it, like, comes to it's like one, and then depending on where you pinch it, it creates a bowl for the different measurements? It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Anyway, I mean,
Okay.
it is half of a ruler. and it's like a measuring cup for all the little ones. Anyway,
And
it's very cool.
depending on where you push on the ruler is the different measures.
And then if you do something like honey, then you can scoop it, and then you can flatten it back out and scrape the honey off, so you're not trying to get it out of there. This is so confusing.
It is, but
But I just saw it, and it reminded me of this.
you need to. We'll put some cool
show
stuff in
you.
those notes, so y'all check it out if you want to see some of the cool stuff that we've seen.
Along with collapsible stuff, they're starting to make all this kind of dual purpose stuff. And you can also use what you have as dual purpose. Less packing, less stuff, right? If you can use a pot lid as a plate, or you can use, something else as a mixing bowl.
Yeah.
And then wash your dishes in it. Just
less
a little
is
bit,
more.
yeah.
It makes it easier.
Yeah. A little bit of out of the box thinking.
I think that when you cook when you're camping, it's not the same as cooking at home, because you really want to kind of limit the amount of gear you're using that needs to be cleaned, because you don't want to end up with this massive amount of dishes.
The
there.
only thing worse than
So
cutting vegetables when you're camping is doing dishes.
doing all these
While
four
you're-
pots and pans that you used.
Yep.
So limiting it down to what can go on the griddle, or maybe use one pot, maybe two, certainly makes camping a lot more enjoyable. And I don't know, the easier it is to fix, sometimes the better it tastes.
Well, yeah, because
Because
you're
I
not so
get to go out
tired.
and sit and relax, enjoy the meal.
All right, some people might call this cheating. I don't even care. I really don't. Choose how you're going to cook, and there is nothing wrong with cooking meals in your convection microwave oven. It is the most underrated tool in your RV, and so many RVs come with them now. It cooks as fast as a microwave, but it cooks like an oven. Yeah, burn ban or not, it's an honorable way to cook your camping meal. You won't hear anything from me.
And the convection ovens, that can make your biscuits. It can do all kinds of things.
It can bake a cake.
Yes, so you just need to Google it. If you don't have the book that came with it, just Google it, because it's very simple to do and works great.
Ain't no shame in the convection game. What about...
I love you, Lindsay.
I love you too. Outdoor kitchen or cooking outside. This is obviously a favorite for so many reasons. Keep the smell out of your camper. I'm not sure I would hate my camper smelling like bacon for 6 months. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I like the smell of bacon. But some people don't like that, greasy feel in their camper.
Hey, maybe you don't want it smelling like shrimp for 6 months.
That's true. And that's why I tend to not use the stovetop in my camper, right? It's either like microwave or we're going outside, especially with those smaller campers. I opt for outside.
Well, it
'Cause
also
gets
makes it
stinky.
feel like an experience,
Yeah.
Camping needs to be a different experience than what you do at home. So cooking outside,
It's part of the experience.
it
I
feels
feel like
it feels different. It doesn't feel like a chore as much outside. Keeps all the smells out there, and yeah, it's if it's not raining, it's spectacular. Really fun.
I think probably my favorite camp meal I can ever think of are the breakfast tacos that when a certain someone is at the rallies, we get special chorizo breakfast tacos for one of the days at the rally, and they're cooked
Yes.
outside on an R-Pod griddle that comes with the unit just right there. And oh my goodness, just sitting there, having someone cook, it's all on one griddle, warming up the tortillas on the griddle. And then, that is probably the best breakfast taco I've ever had. And just something about it being a group thing, right? We all sit there.
Right.
And talk and cook, and it's just, those are the moments, right?
That's right. Housing has really moved in the past 10 years to being open floor plans where the kitchen is open to the living room.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because when you're cooking, they want it to be kind of a social experience. And when you're camping, you want to be with the people you're camping with And if you're cooking outside, they're sitting usually right there. You can kind of
There's no hiding
do
in the
it as a
kitchen, huh?
group, and then everybody sits there and eats, and it's really a different experience.
It tastes better.
Always,
Period.
always.
Eggs in a water bottle is a trick that,
What?
I can't believe you've never heard of this. So
I haven't.
So, if transporting eggs when you're camping is always tricky. And they make all these like crazy
Egg carrier things.
$15 Amazon egg carriers. Y'all, just take them out of the shell. You can put them in any container, but a empty plastic water bottle, super easy. Crack them, stick them in a funnel, stick them in there, however many eggs you need, and then you just take the water bottle. You're not going to break the eggs, and then you just pour however many eggs in there, or use it all, or whatever. I mean, it's just an easy way to this is not breakable, right? And you take your eggs with you.
Okay, I learned something.
I've also, speaking of the Girl Scout thing, I saw a Girl Scout thing where you crack an egg into a Ziploc bag, and then you dip the Ziploc bag into boiling water, and it cooks the egg. I don't know about that. Is that okay?
I think it probably is okay. I worry about how healthy it is.
Just boil a Ziploc bag?
To boil a Ziploc bag with an egg in it, it's kind of ew for me. But I think probably as a Girl Scout 50 years ago, I would have thought it was awesome.
No, it is awesome. I just thinking.
But now
I
I'm
guess
kind of ew.
Knowing about heating up leaching plastics. I don't know. Just how does it not melt?
You know what?
Anyway.
I will pull out that iron skillet for that. If that's my last choice, I have no problem there.
But Ziplocs are great for marinades.
And yes, they're great for marinades, and they're great for storing leftovers. So
yeah, you can pre-make your marinade, put it in the bag. That way you're not bringing all those bottles. Have your little spice kit. I don't have a spice kit in my camper. Do you?
Hanging on the
you
wall,
have
and you have used mine.
Spices.
Yeah, well, it kind of just came. I think it was a Christmas gift or something, and I was like, "This will be great for my camper." Now, some of them, I'm like, "Yeah, they've been on the wall for 2 years, 3 years. Are they still okay?" Because some of them we haven't used at all. But pare them down. Take what you love. Take 3 or 4. You'll find your favorites, and it'll make your food taste different. And that's the goal, right? Elevate the experience.
That, and I'm telling you guys, grab the sauce that you love, right?
Yeah.
Are you obsessed with Chick-fil-A sauce? Are you obsessed with Cholula hot sauce? Grab the sauce that you like, because...
And maybe 1 or 2 that you haven't tried before.
Right.
Try something new.
Grab something bold and flavorful that you can use to make it feel like I'm not eating a breakfast taco. I'm eating the breakfast taco, camping taco,
Well, camping, there's one more thing that I want to talk about, Lindsay. I think nobody should skip dessert when they're camping. I think that ought to be part of it. Yeah. I mean, it's just...
Talk about
dessert,
tasting better.
Yes. And dessert relates to kind of celebrating. Mm-hmm. I mean, for us, it's kind of like a special treat. Well, camping ought to be all about just enjoying. And it doesn't have to be super unhealthy or anything. I mean, there's Dutch oven cobbler that everybody makes. I mean, I think you could make cobbler in anything.
Could you make
hard.
Peach cobbler in a convection microwave?
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
That's your challenge next time you go camping.
In a little pan. And you could buy the pre-made. I would just buy the pre-made crust things and put it in there, bake it as directed. Maybe you even pre-make the insets, the
filling
inside. Thank you.
Are you okay? Filling.
Inside stuff.
Peaches.
But you could do that, let it marinate in all the juices, and put that in there when you're ready to make it. It's just, I think that's an easy thing to do.
Do you remember the dessert I made on the fire disc?
No.
It was a while ago. It was when we went to what's the place in Texas with the barbecue, and we went.
Oh, we went to Llano.
Llano, yes. Mm-hmm. And we went camping, and I had the big fire disc, and
right.
we brought peaches, and we sliced them in half, and then we put them on the fire
grilled
disc
peaches.
and grilled them with honey and cinnamon. And then we made ice cream in the ice cream ball and put the ice cream on. Oh my gosh. It was like a whole thing, but it was so fun. Remember the kids were helping.
And the thing about camping and cooking is that it can take an hour to make dessert.
The dessert
and
took way.
everybody had fun making it.
Yeah.
You know, and grilled fruit is so easy. Just put it on your griddle and go for it. And it is so good. Ice cream ball. Okay, guys. If you have kids, or even if you don't, an ice cream ball is so much fun.
It is.
And you put the ingredients in a ball, and then you tell the kids to go kick it around.
No, do not kick it. It's way too heavy.
Well,
you break a toe.
You roll it around.
You
roll it around.
Do not throw it either.
It's heavy.
We tried.
But yeah, but then just move it around, and it's a ton of fun. Everybody's involved, and then you crack it open, and you've got ice cream. There's just things like that you don't do at home that are so fun to do when you're camping. And
s'mores, make it weird. Do you know what? I bought this big bag of Dubai chocolate, like squares, at Costco the other day. I'm obsessed. If you guys haven't had like the Dubai chocolate, it's like crunchy pistachio stuff in them. And the first thing I said, Drew, we need to have s'mores with this Dubai chocolate in it. Huh? You with me?
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it. Sorry.
All right.
I got excited when I thought about that idea. I was like, I wonder how good that is. But yeah, put some peanut butter on your s'more, some caramel, make a s'more with the Reese's.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm getting all crazy about s'mores. I don't even like marshmallows.
Yeah, but you eat s'mores.
I do. Yeah, if you add the marshmallow with the other stuff, it cancels it out. It's okay.
So whatever you do with dessert, just don't forget dessert.
Just
plan a dessert every night. Again, if you end up saying, oh man, we're way too tired to make dessert, we're just going to bed because we're getting up early, it's fine. But have it there because camping is for relaxing, celebrating, and enjoying the outdoors and the people you're with. Food is part of that. So don't make food a drudgery. Make food a celebration and part of the experience.
Yeah, keep it simple. And I know a lot of you guys probably have like whole setups, right? That like you use and you use the same things. And
you mean they're not rookies like us?
No, they're not. And I've seen them. I know they're out there. I want to see your perfect camping setup or your perfect camping meal. So,
well, I tell you what, I would love to see what other people's camping meals look like. So
let us know.
Yeah, I would love to see that. What's your favorite meal? What do you do that's easy, simple, that feels better when you're camping? And, tag us. When you're out there camping, show us your setup. I want to be encouraged by what other people do.
Yes.
So I'll look forward to seeing what you guys do when you're out camping.
And while we're waiting for you to show us your camping setups, we will tell you about the rally. We have 2 rallies coming up. We have the Texas Truck Camper Rally and the Texas Tiny Trailer Rally. They're both in May. They're both in Ingram, and they're both so fun. So you can find information about both of those rallies on our website at princesscraft.com in the About section. And there's sign up and everything there. It doesn't matter where you got your trailer. Doesn't matter how big it is. Doesn't matter how old it is. Come hang out with us. There's lots of fun activities.
Did we mention it's free?
It's free. You just pay for your campsite. And it's a really nice park. Man, we talk about food. We have a lot of food at the rallies. We have food and we have drinking and we have dancing. We have a lot of learning about trailers, classes, questions, mods. Oh,
chats, tech talks.
More
you get to
food.
see all the other people's trailers, what they do, what they cook, what they build, what they modify. It is just a super big 3.5-day hangout.
And you might see PJ eat a hot dog, but probably not.
I don't know. You cook it for me at a campsite, I will be there. You invite me, I'll be there.
Oh.
I'll try anything. I am the Mikey of the world.
Well, I know we just ate, but this podcast made me hungry again.
All right. Well, let's go eat.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.